Death Note. That's right, I make anime and movie reviews now. Can you keep up? 2006, and I watched the show 3 months back. Have you watched it? Probably. My friends actually recommended Death Note to me, and it was the first anime I ever saw, so I had a lot of thoughts, so I wish to share it. Death Note is actually a Japanese manga which was made into an anime, but it was actually made into a real life adaptation, but obviously Netflix has to step it up, take it to the next level, and released a movie in 2017 as well. Thank god, I have not seen it yet. Thank god. If I'm not wrong, in my anime list it was the number one anime of all time, and in Crunchyroll it was the most viewed anime, I mean, until Netflix bought it over and then decided to ruin it with a real life adaptation, but otherwise it was considered the best show of all time. I actually finished watching it in like 2-3 days because those 37 episodes are so beautifully done, and the story was kept with such a good pace. And then, generally animes, take their time to wound and then just shoot up. This anime, since the first episode, in the first 2 episodes, something so smart will happen that everybody watching it will be taken aback like that, and you will want to just sit, watch next. Because the best part about it is every single episode is like 20 minutes, 25 minutes or something, so it is perfectly watchable. I watched Death Note last week, and it's so amazing how the plot still got me. And I, even watching it third, fourth and fifth time, I still feel it is so well done. Okay, if you haven't watched Death Note yet, let me just explain the plot to you. There is this main character who's called Yagami Light, who is this genius person, who's this extremely calculated, smart person who finds this Death Note by chance. And he finds out that whoever's name he writes on the Death Note, while having their face in his mind, if he writes them, in 40 seconds, the person whose name is written will die. Light is this genius character, and life is just too simple for him. He's way too bored. The moment he finds something like this Death Note, he feels he's going to use it for the greater good of humanity, and he starts writing all these criminals' name, and he starts killing criminals back to back. So you have this extremely intelligent person doing something extremely dangerous in his eye, and he feels it's the right thing to do. And then there is the other character who's introduced, who's called L, who is a good contrast to Light's character. Kind of quirky, very funny, but extremely smart, and he's on the side of the law, and he thinks what Light is doing is wrong, and I'm going to stop you. You get this sort of a very nice cat and mouse chase throughout the entire series, and in my opinion it is hands down the best cat and mouse chase ever to exist. It portrays such an interesting concept of what is right and what is wrong. In the anime, when Light gets this book, this guy is extremely calculated, nothing gets past this guy. He actually ends up creating a contraption to keep the Death Note very, very safely.
You see, once the ink reservoir is inserted, it acts as an insulator, preventing the flow of electricity around this circuit. When the fake base of the drawer is put back, this piece of rubber also prevents the flow of electricity. However, if someone were to try and force the bottom of the drawer open, the circuit would connect, and that would ignite the gasoline contained in this thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire.
Also, within the first 2 episodes, they introduce L in such a way that the moment you see him proving his worth, the next second you're like, whoa, this guy's the real deal. He does something so smart, so intelligent that everybody, I can write it and give it to you, nobody would have expected what he does. Nobody. So at that point, you'll think perfect rival for Light is L. What makes this series so good is that they have these two people, L and Kira, who both want justice in the world, but both of them have different ideologies of justice, which makes them go against each other, and that is brilliant. Yagami Light ends up writing all these criminals' name and start killing them mercilessly, thinking that is what he can do to make the world a better place, but that is such an evil thing to do, and that's messed up in so many levels. The character Misa actually gets thrown in the mix, and she's so goddamn annoying, and she's so stupid, and she messes everything up because she's so annoying. In the anime, Light uses Misa to further himself. Light uses Misa as a means to achieve his goal, to become this modern era's god. Actually, in the anime, there is this scene where he eats a potato chip, and which was so hyped, and that was such a very good reference for Death Note, by which he's doing equations on his right hand, and he's writing his the Death Note names, and he's eating potato chips with his left, and If you are Indian, you would understand it's such an Ekta Kapoor thing where it's like, I eat a potato chip.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
And then boom, 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 boom. It's hilarious. Spoiler alert, Yagami Light is actually gay. Yagami written backwards is I am gay. In the anime, there is actually very weird sort of scene where even when I watched it, I was like, what the hell is going on? Because both of them, both Kira and Light will get wet in the rain, and when they come inside, when Light is wiping his hair, L just goes down to his leg and he starts giving him a foot massage.
What are you doing?
I thought I might help you out. You were busy wiping yourself off anyway.
This series actually gives us a very good impression of how a person who is completely drunk in power, how he behaves, and then you understand that in the first, how Light wanted justice. He wanted to kill all these sort of criminals who did all these bad things, but then how he eventually turns out to be this sort of a criminal sort of character. There are so many twists and turns throughout the entire series. In movies and anime, generally when a new character is involved, you have to make sure that person has a perfect role. But in Death Note, they introduce every single character, and every single character plays such a vital sort of role in the entire thing that every single character is given a perfect level of importance, and it's not too much, it's not too less. And within 37 episodes to finish something that good, and oh my god, the ending was so perfect. And by the way, Ryuk, my favorite character, he's so insane. Every time he goes Ringo, it's insanely hilarious. Me personally, I will watch animes in Japanese. I like to watch it subbed rather than dubbed because I don't find it organic. I like to watch anime as and how it was created. Go watch Death Note. It's an amazing anime. If you have not watched any animes until today, Death Note is a perfect way to begin. 37 episodes, you'll not know when you begin it, you'll not know how you finished it. It will be such a beautiful roller coaster sort of an experience. Go watch it and let me know how you feel in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm sorry that I've not posted in so long, and I'll see you guys real soon with my next video. Scott Farm out.